Hi Aquarius, welcome in, welcome back. I'm Lisa and this is North Star Energy Healing. Doing these readings a little bit differently. Somebody suggested that I do it with the camera facing me so people can feel my energy and feel what I put into the reading. So I'm doing that this time and we'll see what happens. So welcome into your reading for the next 6 weeks. This is going to be mid-October through the end of October, and then separately I'm doing the whole month of November. The reason I'm doing that is because I'm taking a class that will hopefully help me bring some more to my readings here, but also just because I want to do it for myself. So I don't like to leave my subscribers with nothing to look at. So we're going to be doing mid-October to end of October with one reading, one specific deck of cards and some oracles. And then I'm going to move on and do November with a totally different deck of cards. And we'll see what happens. All right, so I do want to say, obviously, it's a collective, not a one-to-one, so take what resonates and leave the rest. And please give the video a like, a thumbs up, a share, a comment. I would love to know where you're watching from or what resonated with you from the reading. All right, so we're going to look at, and I also want to say, because of the light, I usually do these readings at like 6, 7 in the morning. I have to have a ring light here. It's looking right at my face, and if I blink a lot, that's why. Oh gosh. All right. So October 21st is a new beaver moon in Libra. So Libra, very balanced. So you may be feeling really good and balanced and everything is fair and equal. October, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 3-4 days before and after that new moon. Then in November on the 5th is the full beaver moon in Taurus, which is going to bring in more of a I'm right, and more of the bullish kind of energy. Taurus also loves to have beautiful things around them. They love the home and stuff like that. Very earthy. So that kind of energy coming in on November 5th, a few days before and after. And then on November 20th is the new cold moon in Scorpio. So that's going to bring in more mysterious energy, and that's leading us up to Halloween and the Day of the Dead, November 1st and 2nd. So there are your moon energies. If you would like to know more, please go to Jamie Butler's channel. She channels Maitland and does an overview of each month on what specific days are going to feel like energetically. So if you like that kind of information, please jump on over to her channel. So mid-October to the end of October, using my Halloween oracle, which I use each October. It's actually not mine. It's on loan from a friend. So this, in this case, they gave you 2 cards. The first card they gave you is Underworld. The Underworld, where all things pause and begin again. All things pause and begin again. You're being asked to consider exactly what you have to do to transform your life into something you find easier and more authentic to you. Who are you hanging out with? What is your job? Who are your coworkers? Where are you spending your time? This may involve changing course. It may involve trials and tests. Keep moving, Aquarius. While things may fall away and your life may appear bare for a time, this is temporary. Space is being made into which you can create something new, okay? The Underworld, creating something new. Change is coming. Who are you hanging out with? Who are you spending time with? Does that make you feel good? Does it uplift you? Is it positive? If not, you need to look and see if there's something you may need to change about that. Then you have Ghost. Ghost. You have some regrets to let go of. Holding grudges or regrets is burdensome. It weighs us down eventually. So whatever burdens or grudges you're holding on to, you need to find a way to let go of that. By taking actions to free ourselves of these old burdens, we clear the way for more rightful and wise action for the future. We can begin to live again fully if we let go of what was and step into what can be. Step into the possibilities. So both of these cards, Aquarius, are indicating that in November, there's going to be something needs to change, right? Something about either who you're hanging out with or what you're spending your time doing. You need to do the things that make you happy. You need to spend time with the people that uplift you, right? With those that uplift you, with those that think the same way that you do, that have the same morals and values as you do, okay? So think about that for November. All right, from the Tea Leaf Oracle, the first card out is Shield. You need to defend yourself. Now, this kind of goes right along with those cards from the Halloween deck that you have, right? You need to defend yourself. You may have some time in November where you're going to have to maybe defend your actions, defend your beliefs. Just it doesn't mean defend yourself with weapons. It means defending yourself possibly by maybe you have to tell somebody like it is, or not argue necessarily, but maybe you've been a little bit of a doormat, although I can't imagine an Aquarius being that. Maybe there's somebody that you need to tell it like it is, right? We all have a right to our feelings. The next card is Valley. Deep personal strength and peace that assure success. So this follows along. You need to defend yourself, but you need to feel strength when you do that, and you need to feel peace that, okay, I finally said what I need to say or done what I need to do, and I can feel good about that because I am not somebody else's puppet. I am me, and I have my journey that I am on. Okay, and then you have Camel. Persevere and you will overcome problems. Persevere and you will overcome problems. So this, remember, is mid to end of October. That's what we're doing right now. So let's see what the tarot has for you to build on what we already have, with change, with defending yourself, with being who you are, with leaving burdens and old guilt and old feelings that no longer serve you behind. First card out is the Ten of Pentacles. That is, tens are completion of a cycle, and they pair down to a 1, which is the beginning of a brand new cycle. Pentacles are what's in the physical. Your money, your energy, your time, what you spend, what you save. It can be indicative of 401ks or, things of that nature. Okay, so 10 is good to have on that front. And then the Two of Pentacles, that is a choice, also about money. The Nine of Cups, that is emotion. That is a very emotional card. Nines are accomplishment. So maybe something emotional happening, which wouldn't surprise me because of the cards you already have. So in October, end of October, you could deal with something emotional. Oh, yeah. Seven of Pentacles, you have opportunities and you have to decide which one to take. And then Six of Cups, that's nostalgia. Wishing things were the way they used to be. Nostalgia is okay to be in for a time. Thinking about the way that your childhood was or something else. Some relationship, some place you lived or whatever. But you can't stay in there for too long. Right? We can't stay in that state of mind because we have to live in the now, right? Not the before. Okay. Ten of Pentacles. You see all the pentacles in the box there? And that's a lot of wealth, a lot of abundance, a lot of things that have been gathered up. So, and tens are completing of a cycle. So possibly you've had some savings, some 401k or something you've been saving for a rainy day maybe. It may be time to use that rainy day fund, Aquarians, okay? Maybe time to use that rainy day fund. Two of Pentacles. Again, this has a lot to do with your money, how you earn your living, your job, your business, what have you. You're going to have to make a choice, right? There's balance in between those pentacles. So you're going to have to balance out your spending and your saving, okay? Balancing your spending and your saving. Nine of Cups. This is emotional. There's lots of emotions that have built up over a situation or in a situation or with a situation. He is celebrating, but he's only celebrating one aspect. One aspect. He's got one cup. So there's lots and lots of emotions going on in the end of October for you. And one aspect of those emotions, this is what Spirit is giving me. This is not what I typically say about that card. There's one aspect about that emotional buildup or what you've created emotionally that you're really celebrating, right? So how do we discern what that is? Okay, you could be really emotional about your friends, your job, your partner, your spouse, your whatever. You could be very emotional about what you cook. Maybe you're a cook, a painter, an artist. But there's going to be one specific thing that you feel very emotional about, and you're going to be celebrating it towards the end of October. I never had that message before with that card, but that's what they're saying. All right, and then you have more pentacles again. The Seven of Pentacles. So she has created a lot of different things. She has a lot of different skills that she could put to work, and she's trying to decide what skill to use. So as an example, I have lots and lots of work experience being my age. I've worked many different jobs. I have a degree in justice studies. I have an associate's in justice studies and a bachelor's in information and library services. Well, could I use the justice studies to find a job? Yeah. Could I use the library services to find a job? Yeah. Well, that would be harder. I tried. But could I use my work experience to find a job? Yes. Could I use my life experience to find a job? Yes. So I could work in many different areas, but I would be choosing which skills I bring to the table, right? So you may have a choice coming up at work. Maybe you're going to change jobs. Maybe you're going to apply for a different position within your company. Maybe you're even going to start your own business. Maybe you're going to start your own blog. Maybe you're going to do something like that. Maybe you're going to start a YouTube channel. But you would be deciding, which of my skills do I need to use to do this particular thing, right? Wow. Okay. And then the Six of Cups. Cups being emotion, water signs. Sixes being harmony. So these kids are happily playing. They've got the animals around, the cups. They've got the beautiful sunshine, the butterflies, the flowers. So I don't know why. What they're giving me right now, Aquarius, is that you need to do more remembering of happy times and feeling happy. And sometimes I do that. Sometimes I get weighed down by the 9-to-5 job that I have to go to that I dread every day, Monday through Thursday, when I have to go. I have to pull my mind out of that and remember something different. Because when we're feeling down, when we're feeling bad, hopeless, depressed, anxious, the universe says, oh, they like that feeling. Let's give them more of that. So that's why it is so important, Aquarius, so imperative that you pull yourself out of any type of feeling like that and feel joy. I don't care. One of the things that I do is I picture myself riding a horse. Now, since I've done it before, I can actually feel myself in the saddle. I can feel the horse walking. I can look around and see beautiful trees and a path and whatnot. Or I can picture riding in a riding ring or an indoor arena, because I've done all those things, right? Riding horses gives me so much joy. I haven't done it for years. I wish I could. I would love to. I've always wanted to have my own horse, but it hasn't worked out. So if I can't do it for real, I do it in my mind. My body and my spirit feels the same happiness as if I was doing it for real. Okay, so I don't know why Spirit wanted me to tell you that, but whatever you need to do to feel joy and happiness, to feel it, then do that, right? Okay. Last card out is another choice card. The Lovers. This is 6. It's another 6, which is harmony. 6 of Cups and then 6, the Lovers. The Lovers is not about lovers. The Lovers can represent Gemini. So if you have Gemini prominently in your birth chart, that's saying this is your message. This is your message. If you have a prominent Gemini in your life, the message could revolve or be about that Gemini. But it's a choice. You see the two pillars behind them? They have kind of like a dreamy look. There is a choice. Where are you going to stay? Are you going to stay in your dreams or in reality, right? Being in the dreamy state of nostalgia is okay, but we have to live in the now, all right? So you're going to have to make a choice about where your efforts are going, Aquarius. All right. Your animal oracle, 21. That's a 3. That's creation and collaboration. Turtle. Advance steadily, even if slowly. Okay, so could be a message here to slow down. 21 is a 3, which is creation and collaboration. All right, so after I get done with November, I'm going to turn the camera down and show you all the cards and do a quick recap of the message for October, November. All right, I'm going to pause now and get the other deck out. Okay, I'm back. I just want to point out that it was 16:16 on the camera clock when I paused it to move from October to November. I also had to go change my shirt because I was getting hot for some reason. It's not hot in here, but I had to put on a short sleeve shirt to cool off. Okay, so here we are, Aquarius. From the Tea Leaf Oracle, Finger. Warning you of a problem either now or in the near future. All right, we're in November now. So somebody, a friend, a family member, coworker, what have you, could be giving you a little bit of a warning that there's a problem or going to be a problem. Okay, yikes. Bag. Something important such as a new job or a raise. So this, we were talking about jobs, weren't we? Yeah, talking about money, talking about change, talking about choices, talking about skills. And then in November, something important such as a new job or a raise. So if you're already working, you could be getting a raise or a promotion, or if you're already working and you don't like that job. I was just giving you all those stories about that. That's so funny. Maybe you've applied and you're going to hear something because pin, new job, career. Wowzers. My guides are never wrong. So November looks good. It looks like you may actually have that change. Maybe you start your own business. Who knows? Maybe, but it looks good. Boat. Money or property through an inheritance, a winning or a windfall. Well, I sure hope that's true, Aquarius. I'd love to get that card. All right. So it looks like you may go through something in October or towards the end of October that may be a little disheartening to you, right? Defending yourself, getting personal strength and peace that assures success, and persevere. You will overcome problems. So it looks like they're going to overcome you right to the bank. Would love that. Love to get a comment. Maybe come back and watch this video mid-November and then, comment. Let me know what resonated, what happened. Very exciting, Aquarius. Okay, so now we're using the Red Dragon Pendragon deck for November. This is done in the Welsh tradition, but I don't remember every single character. Starting out with the Two of Wands choice. Maybe, so wands are action, passion, fire signs, so Aries, Leo, Sag. If you have one of those prominently in your life or in your birth chart. And then you have Justice. Wow, Justice. That's Libra. So if you have a Libra in your life that's very prominent, that's a good sign. If you have Libra in your chart, another good sign. 9 of Wands, Wounded Warrior, you're getting through it. Wow, this Aquarius is really coming together. It's kind of flowing from the October right into the November messages. 6 of Swords, new beginning, but you can't carry the old stuff with you. Wow. Oh my gosh, I love my guides. I am so lucky. I love them. Love them. Phaedra, my gatekeeper, she keeps me safe when I'm doing readings, when I'm, sort of in channeling mode. Merlin, Mother Mary, my dragon, whose name is Isis. She's albino. And I have two kitties in the spirit world. Isis, my cat's name was Isis. That was before I knew that I had a dragon guide named Isis. And my Isis kitty was also white with black. And then Justin, who is a medieval kind of guy, and he has a hawk named Landau. And Justin is my connection to past lives or the past medieval things. And Landau is my connection to animals and the animal world. Okay. 3 of Cups, celebration. All right, got one more card. Sorry, sometimes when I talk, they don't send out a card because I'm talking and I'm a talker. Sagittarius, Leo rising, blah, 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 right? Okay. So, November, here you come. 2 of Wands. Look, it looks like she's holding up a crystal ball to try to decide what she's going to do, because 2s are choice. This is more of a choice card than a balance card. You have the 2 of Pentacles, which is more of choice and balance. This is choice. Aquarius, you're going to have a choice coming in November. Justice, Lady Justice, Libra. That one sword is the sword of truth. And you have to be in truth and be true to yourself, be true to who you are, your morals, your beliefs, all of that, right? Justice is coming. So whatever that, and this is number 11, which is a master number. It's one of my favorite numbers, 21 being my ultimate favorite and 11 my second favorite. But anyway, when Lady Justice shows up, it means that things are going to even out. If you are in a court battle, that is going to turn out, I want to say, in your favor. And Spirit is cautioning me. They're like, sometimes what we think we want is not what we need. Especially, well, I'm not going to get into that. That could be a whole thing that would blow up in my face. Okay. Justice will prevail. Just remember that. Justice is coming. You being the wounded warrior here, this deck really shows the 9 of Wands that way. Wands are action and passion. All of the 8 Wands behind him is everything that he has put into play. All of the hard work that he or she has done has really caused a little bit of exhaustion, Aquarius. And now he's got that last wand ready to plant it in the ground, being like, okay, finally I'm done. Because 9s are accomplishment. So that leads you to the 6 of Swords, right? After you are planting that last wand, planting it in the ground, you're all done. You're trying to have this new beginning, possibly this new job or new position or new business, new website, new whatever. But you're carrying a load of stuff. See all those bags? Well, when you're trying to have a new beginning and do something new, you can't drag all your baggage with you, right? All of your hate, guilt, shame, all those things that are negative, right? So this is about the negative stuff, right? You cannot carry all that with you and have a new beginning, Aquarius. You need to throw those bags out of the boat and get to where you're going. Because when you do, look at that. 3 of Cups, celebration. That's a full moon. I feel like Libra got this too. So under the full moon, which is November 20th, you will be celebrating with your friends. Cups are emotion, they're water signs, they're nurturing, they're love, and these gals really are having a good time with their cups that are overflowing. So I feel like, so the feeling I'm getting is that all of this is known to you by that full moon, which is November 20th. And I would love to know if that's true. Ace of Wands. This is an offer or opportunity that seemingly comes out of nowhere. See, the hand is kind of coming out of the sky. Here you go, new start. So this is an offer either of a job, a new position, or somebody that wants to work with you to create something, maybe a business, something like that. But that offer really comes out of nowhere, Aquarius, and you're just not expecting it, because wands are fast, right? Action and passion, something you're really passionate about. Libra, I think, had two aces. I think it was the ace of, the ace of swords and the ace of wands, I think, for Libra. Not that that matters unless you have Libra in your chart. And your animal oracle is lion. Be a courageous leader and lead with pride. Lead with pride. Yeah, I love that for you, Aquarius. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn the camera down so you can see the cards, and I'm going to just kind of quickly do a recap of the October cards and the November cards for you. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. All right, let me pause and I'll be right back. Okay, so recap. October is from here up, okay? Remember, you got the underworld, where all things pause and begin again. So that was about change, right? Something changing. Ghost, regret. That was about letting go of any regrets you have about any choices or decisions that you've made that you're not happy with, because we only have now. We can only move on, right? And then your tea leaf oracle, the shield, you need to defend yourself. The valley, deep personal strength and peace that assures success. And then the camel, persevere and you will overcome the problems, right? All right, and then 10 of Pentacles, either the rainy day savings that you're now going to use, and that may not be money, because I'm thinking about how we progressed in November. Maybe that's your skills, right? That you've been saving and you just didn't realize, oh, I can do this, right? That Two of Pentacles, balance and choice. What is the choice you're going to make? That Nine of Cups, where you've put a lot of emotional stuff, you've built up a lot of emotional stuff, and there's one thing that you're going to be highlighting or celebrating in October. Never had it that way before, but that's what they told me. And then this Seven of Pentacles, we talked about how we all have many different skills based on our life experience, our job experience, even our degrees or what have you, and you need to choose. Then was that Six of Cups, that nostalgia card, where we talked about it's okay to appreciate the past and our childhood, but we can't get stuck there, right? And then I think there was another message about that, but I can't remember what it was now. And then you had the Lovers, another six, right? Harmony, the Gemini, but this is a choice. So you have, for October, before the end of October, you have the Two of Pentacles choice card and you have the Lover's choice card. Your animal was the turtle. Advance steadily, even if slowly, right? So you want to take and use caution when you're dealing with that situation. Okay, then we moved on to November, where you got Finger. Warning you of a problem either now or in the near future. Bag, something important such as a new job or a raise. The Pin, new job or career. Like I said, this kind of flows from October to November. And then Boat, money or property through an inheritance, a winning or a windfall, right? Maybe that's a sign-on bonus, who knows? Then you had more choice, right? With that Two of Wands. She's seemingly looking into a crystal ball, which really is showing you use your intuition when it comes to making choices. Then you had Justice. Justice is coming. I don't know what it is that you need the justice in, Aquarius, but whatever it is that you need justice in, it's coming. That Nine of Wands, Wounded Warrior. All the effort and work and time that you've put into this is going to pay off for you. Six of Swords. This is the same thing that the Ghost card, that message that the Ghost card had, over here with regret and letting it go. The Six of Swords is similar. So that's your third six in the reading. Harmony, okay? You can achieve harmony when you're dwelling on the past, okay? So Six of Swords, leaving the baggage behind so you can move and forge ahead in something new. And then kind of celebrating that, celebrating when you leave that behind, when you learn to cut that out, and just keep the positive and the things that make you feel good in life. And that's how you draw more in of feel good things, like we already talked about. Then you have that Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands, this is representing whatever that new career, new job, new website, new business, whatever that is, right? Coming out of nowhere. Ending with the Lion, 29. I forgot to say 29 is 11, same number as the Justice card. Be a courageous leader and lead with pride. Lead with pride, okay? Aquarius, this has been quite a time here with this reading. I love it. I hope that it resonates for you. Please do give it a like, a thumbs up, a share. Thank you so much for watching. I do so appreciate all of my followers and all of the views that I get. Peace and kindness every single day. I love you all.